The New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots, a battle in the AFC East. The Jets are not favorites in this game. It is in New England. Patriots are favorites by 3.5 points with an over-under of just 38 in this one. If the Jets win this game, guys, if the Jets can win this game, they're in first place in the AFC East. Doesn't matter what happens anywhere else. The Jets are in first place in the AFC East if they win this game. If they lose, though, and the Buffalo Bills win, they're in last place in the AFC East. It's a crazy, like, both sides here for the New York Jets. Fate, destiny, it's all in their hands. Like, that's exactly what you want. You want full control. That's what the Jets have here as potentially here. Aaron, with this Jets team, they're not favorites in this game. Bill Belichick seems to have the number when it comes to maybe Zach Wilson, maybe the younger type of quarterbacks, maybe the coaching edge in these type of games. But last time these two teams met, Zach Wilson threw for 333 yards. Zach Wilson was able to produce. They still didn't win, though. What do the Jets have to do to get that win? Even with Zach Wilson doing that, they still lost. What do they have to do here?
They got to continue to stay on course with what they were doing. Listen, the Jets have only beaten the Patriots two times since 2011. Now they play twice a year. They've beaten them two times since 2011. They haven't won in the last 12 games against them, or I think 11 or 12 games. It's going to be tough because we know what kind of mind control Belichick has over the Jets organization in general. But listen, the Jets are a good football team this year, but they know their identity. They know what they want to do. They want to run the football, which I think they got away from in that first Jets game, in that first Jets-Patriots game. Remember, we talked about it. They need to not let New England dictate what they do. They need to say, this is who we are, and we're going to stick with it. Run the football, keep Zach Wilson protected, and not allow him to go out there and play backyard football, because when he's played backyard football against Belichick, it hasn't worked. So I expect the Jets a heavy dose of James Robinson, a heavy dose of Michael Carter, a lot of play action, and finding ways to get the ball to Garrett Wilson. Don't sleep on a guy named Braxton Berrios in this game if he plays. I think they throw in maybe some gadget plays a little bit just to try to throw off New England. Just anything, right? Just anything to be different. I think this is going to be a defensive struggle, though, the entire game. Very similar to what we've seen in the past from these two teams. But the Jets have to play clean football in order to win. They can't turn the football over. They lose the turnover battle, they don't have a shot.
Yeah, I mean that's it. That's it right there. I think that if you have to keep the ball in your, like, as simple as that sounds, you have to keep the ball in your possession, not turn the ball over. It stays true against the New England Patriots defense that is definitely up there. Not the best defense in the NFL, but like they have guys that can go. Guys, Matthew Judon, those guys can ball. AJ, on the Patriots side of things, we talk about it all the time with this offense, with Mac Jones at the helm, like what it looks like. What does it need to look like? Because the Jets defense, they're also no slouch. They're one of the best defenses in the NFL, with two of the best corners in the NFL in Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed. I mean, those guys can ball. If they're going to make it tough for Mac Jones and his Patriots offense, what does this team have to look like for the Patriots to be able to counter that Jets defense?
I mean, you talk about a one-dimensional offense, and that's the Patriots. All they have is a run game, Ramondre Stevenson, and they say your guy Damian Harris is healthy this week, and he should be a part of the offense, and that's only going to remain true because they're going to run the ball. There's not enough on the outside, or enough from Mac Jones to make you fear anything else. Sure, Devontae Parker has had his moments. Sure, Jacoby Myers, all of a sudden knows where the end zone is. They went out and got their tight ends last year, and that really hasn't amounted to much in either season, really not counting the every touchdown week from Hunter Henry, but that was about it. There's one catch for one touchdown each week. But they're going to run the ball a lot. But against a Jets defense that is really good just about everywhere. I think Aaron was right. This is going to be a defensive battle. You can talk about what the offenses need to do, and I guess the word would be convert, because these defenses are going to make it hard for each team on either side to actually convert the ball. You talked about Zach Wilson and how many yards he threw last time. He also threw 3 interceptions. I mean, against the Jets in his 3 starts, he's got 2 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. You want them to run the ball. Well, was James Robinson fully acclimated into this team yet? I'm not so sure. If they can run the ball and get a heavy dose of Michael Carter and a heavy dose of a heavy dose of James Robinson, sure, they may have a much better chance. This Patriots defense worries me. So I say all that, and it kind of sounds like I think, I'm up in the air, and that's what you're going to see is a coin flip. But there's this one little shot that I keep seeing. And every time I decide how I feel about this game, this shot keeps popping up in my head. And it's the end of the game, and the camera always changes to Robert Saleh, and he's walking on the field like this, smiling. It just keeps happening. So I have no idea why it wouldn't happen this week. I got the Jets 24-21 in this one. I think they're going to pull it out. It'll be 3 times in the last 13, 14 games.
Yeah, for me, I think it's a defensive game as well. I think I even have it a little bit more low scoring than you do. But I think the Jets maybe get over the hump here. I like New England at home. I like what they're able to do with Belichick. And you guys know I'm not a fan of Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones Vinny, your cat is moving the screen and showing her ass. Oh my God. Only on the Sac City podcast. AJ, please mark that time down for a clip when we do our season ending thing.
Gotcha.
Listen, only on the Sac City podcast. I really do like the Jets in this game. I think the Patriots have a chance to do something, obviously, with Belichick and going against Zach Wilson and all the success he's had. But I'm still not a believer in Mac Jones. And it's so funny to me how the talk of Mac Jones over the course of last year to this year has completely shifted in what we view him as. I haven't heard the MVP chants. I haven't heard Mac Jones is the future anymore. I consistently hear people now questioning whether Mac Jones' ceiling is as high as it needs to be. So, I'm looking for the Jets to come away with this win. I only have it a 3-point spread. I think the Jets defense holds the New England Patriots offense down. I think it's 17-14, and the Jets end up getting the win in this one. So that's my take. I don't know if you feel any different or if you think there's something more that Mac Jones could come to do. We'll obviously have to have Vinny's pick in a minute, but Vinny's tied up on the phone. I don't know what is happening here.
Yeah.
Why is now my thing popping up? But anyway,
I helped you out. He made the graphic. I wanted to make sure it was showing for you.
Forget his graphic. Like I said before, I think this is something that the Jets can get away with. Jets go on to win this one 17-14. We will come back to this game and get Vinny's pick because I am not going to wait for Vinny, as we all have things we have to do.
All good.